Good morning, my dear students. Welcome back. Now we'll start with the new chapter, that is chapter 4. We'll be dividing this lesson also in two parts. So this is part 1, and the name of the lesson is Structure of Ocean Floor. Now children, we know that the proportion of water and land is uneven on the earth. Around 71% of the surface is covered by water, but there is land even below this water. But like water, it's not at the same level. We classify the various landforms on the earth on the basis of its altitudes. A similar classification can be done for landforms submerged under the water. When we see the water from the surface, we feel that the water is at the same level. Okay, it looks even from up. When you see from the shore, you feel that it is even. Okay, but when you go below or when you reach the ocean floor, we come to know that there are so many discontinuities, or the landforms under the water is not even. So totally about the ocean floor we are going to learn in this chapter. So beginning with, the first is the relief and the ocean floor. Now what is the relief and the ocean floor? See children, in the picture on the screen you can see so many parts are there. Continental shelf, continental slope, abyssal plain, rift valley, ocean ridge, then ocean surface, beach, trench, etc. Now what are all these things we are going to learn in detail in the lesson. Land submerged below oceanic water is called the ocean floor. Now whatever land is under the oceanic water is known as the ocean floor. Okay, now see in the picture the various name or the various labeling of the land which you see is underwater. So it is, the whole thing is known as ocean floor. The relief of ocean floor is decided upon by the depth from the sea floor and the shape of the land there. The average depth of the oceans is around 3700 meters. Okay, now average depth of oceans we consider as 3700 meters. The ocean bed is also uneven like the land on the continents. Now see children, we have seen various landforms, yes or no? Now when you talk about these various landforms, we know that they are not even. Okay, see, we have mountains, we have valleys, we have hills, we have other things, we have small islands which have come up. So the land is also not equal. The ocean floor relief consists of all submerged landforms. Now this ocean floor consists of all the landforms which are below the ocean. Okay, that means below the surface of water. Now the structure of ocean floor differs from ocean to ocean. Now even it differs from ocean to ocean means every ocean will have its own structure. Okay, we will look at the sequence of landforms and the detail of major landforms on the ocean floor. As we go away from the coast, the structure of ocean floor changes. Now see, there is a figure 4.2 in your textbook. If you see, same picture like this, it's of ocean relief. First thing which we are going to start with is the continental shelf. Now see children, in the picture you can see the first thing towards your left is the continental shelf. Now what exactly is this continental shelf? The land near the coast and submerged underwater under the sea is called continental shelf. Okay, now as we stand on the coast, and if you go near the water, if you go into the water, immediately as the water starts, if you stand in the water, you will feel there is land, yes or no? So this land is known as continental shelf. The land near the coast and submerged under the sea is called continental shelf. This is the shallowest part of the ocean bed. It is also called submerged coastland. Its slope is gentle. Okay. Now, children, if you all have visited a beach, you must have realized as the sand finishes and you enter the water, there is a land below water also. You are not floating in the water. If you stand, you can stand firmly on the ground. So, that immediate surface which stands underwater is known as the continental shelf. Okay, it is also called submerged coastland as it is just connected to coastline. It is also known as submerged coastland. The extent of the continental shelf is not uniform everywhere. Now, this you all must have realized if you have been in the water on the beach. When you go inside the water, you feel that the land below the water is not equal. Sometimes your leg may go down, or you may feel that it is uneven, up and downs are there in the water. So that is exactly what continental shelf is. It is not uniform everywhere. It is narrow along the coast of some continents, while it is broad for hundreds of kilometers at others. Okay, sometimes you find that these continental shelves are narrow, means small. They don't go, or their extent is very small, limited. In sometimes you will find that they are of hundreds of kilometers. Okay, so both the cases. Its depth is up to 200 meter below the sea level. So 200 meter below the sea level. Okay. See children, look in the picture. You can see it's 200 meter, the continental shelf. Okay. Next, the continental shelf is very important from the point of view of humans. Extensive fishing grounds are found in this continental shelf. As this part is shallow, the sunlight reaches its bed. Algae, plankton, etc. grow here. This is food for fish. Okay, now see why this is important for human beings, because this part is able to receive sunlight, and as it is able to receive sunlight, algae, planktons, etc., all these small animals living in the water, they can breed there. So this is a fish food, like fish come and eat them. So that is why it can become good fishing grounds, okay, where people can go and do fishing. Natural gas, mineral oil and various minerals can be obtained by mining the continental shelf. For example, Mumbai High, located on the continental shelf of the Arabian Sea, it is a source from where we obtain mineral oil and natural gas. Now children, if you all have been to Alibag or Elephanta caves, okay, now if you all have been, you all must have seen that you have to go in a boat or in a ferry. Okay, ferry means a boat carrying people to other end of the sea. So this is the Arabian Sea, which is located at the coast of Mumbai. You have to sit in the ferry and you have to go. So when you go through that route, you will see Mumbai High. Okay, that is the name of the place, the continental shelf, where the natural gas and mineral oil is extracted from this continental shelves. Okay, so this shows that continental shelf is very useful for humans. Okay, coming to the next, see the second part, that is the continental slope. Immediately after the continental shelf, you can see there's a slope moving towards downwards, that is the continental slope. Now what is this continental slope? After the extent of continental shelf is over, the slope of the seabed becomes steeper. Now see, immediately you can see that there is a steep slope. Okay, now till the continental shelf it was not that steep, but as you reach the continental slope, immediately you see that the slope is becoming steeper. This is called the continental slope. The depth of the slope is from 200 meter to 3600 meters. See, you can see continental slope, it goes down till to 3600 meter. In some places it is more. The continental slope is narrow. The lower boundary of the continental slope is considered to be the boundary of continents. Now the continent boundaries are also marked in the ocean. So how they are marked? With the help of this continental slope. Because the lower boundary of the continental slope is considered to be the boundary of the continents. Understood, children? After continental shelf, there is continental slope. Yes, the depth of the slope is from 200 meter to 3600 meter. Yes, in some places it is narrow or some places it is more. Coming to the next is the abyssal plain. Can you see the next abyssal plain? We don't have the continental rise. Directly coming to the abyssal plain. Beyond the continental slope lies the abyssal plain, which are the flat part of the seabed. Can you see? Suddenly after the continental slope, the slope has become like a plain, or it is looking like a seabed. The abyssal plain consists of various submerged landforms like hills, plateaus, etc. So now this is the part where various landforms can be seen below the ocean, that is landforms like the hills, plateaus, etc. So abyssal plain, what do you understand by abyssal plain? It is beyond the continental slope, yes, which are flat part of the seabed. Children, I hope you all have understood the lesson till here. Now in the next part we'll be continuing with mountain ranges and plateaus and marine deeps and marine trenches and the marine depositions. Okay, go through the video thoroughly. If you have any doubt, you can join the DCS session. I hope you all read the lesson after the lesson is taught. Go through the textbook once, children. And if you all have any doubt, you can ask. Thank you. Have a nice day.